welcome to the 8-Bit Cat Show, a place where friends geek out over the nerdy things we love, sometimes with cats who aren't here. I probably should have put a cat background up, but whatever, it's fine. Everything's fine. This is fine. So some stuff happened. I was ill last week with apparently atypical migraines, whatever that means. And lots of stuff happened, and we're going to talk about it. We can start with the Book of Boba Fett. Zach's synopsising.
I'm just reminding myself. So we're going to talk about, well, since we missed last week, I guess technically there's been 2 episodes that have come out, Chapter 3 and Chapter 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chapter 3 was pretty good.
Wait, hold on. Tom, have you watched anything?
Yes.
Really?
Oh, wow. Look at that.
You're
Yeah, I
caught up
watched
with
Still
us?
just the first episode, or okay.
No, I'm up to 3.
Well,
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're
okay.
up to
So
3,
he
not
doesn't
4.
know what So what are your? I want to get your impression so far. Because
I mean, it's Star Wars, and I mean it's making Boba Fett be somewhat of a good guy, you know, and it's doing some like flashbacks to his childhood where he misses his dad, and he's going, "Dad, don't leave, Dad."
So you got the same impressions that I got, and Peter doesn't like it.
I mean, that's what they're
I
doing.
haven't even remotely got the impression that they're trying to make him a good person. He is still a crime lord.
Yeah, he's just trying to do it the right way, though.
Anti-hero.
Yeah, but the right way of a crime lord is still crime lords.
He's still lording over crime. That is correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
He does
Nice.
have a lot more clout now after episode 3. I will say that.
I want him to ride a Rancor into battle.
Oh,
I
that's
want the
gonna happen.
Rancor to eat him, and that's the end of Boba Fett.
What the fuck?
Actually, that would be a twist no one would see coming. That would be pretty impressive. They're just like, fuck Boba Fett. He's never coming back. He got ripped in half and eaten by a Rancor. He's not coming back from that.
No, the
By
Rancor.
his own Rancor.
Even more irony.
loves him.
It seems like it, yes. But
I did I don't know what episode it was. It's all blendy now. But when he had all the
That's episode 4.
all the leaders
Thanks.
at the table
Thanks.
and the Rancors.
Thanks for spoiling this.
Well, you don't know what people.
I mean,
And to be
if you-
fair, the reason I remembered that is because I watched that like an hour ago.
Oh,
right
nice.
before I joined the call.
Excellent.
I mean, I'm just gonna say, if you have a Rancor to have dinner over, you should do it.
Yeah, probably. Right? Like,
You're like, at least half the people at the table piss themselves a little bit.
For sure.
One guy definitely shit his pants for sure. At least one. But one for sure.
Boba Fett's definitely gonna murder everyone, I think.
I did like that Danny Trejo is the Rancor
Rancor
handler.
Yeah.
I was
saw that,
not, I
I was
was not quite prepared for that. I'm like, wait a sec, is that fucking Danny Trejo?
I was like, why is Machete fucking holding this guy?
In his defense, that's kind of what Machete would be doing in the Star Wars universe. He's like, oh yeah, it's Rancors. You like Rancors, right? I'm pretty good with these guys.
I'm also really excited that Wookiee Worf has joined the party.
again, that's episode 4.
Yeah,
Thanks.
fine.
Wookiee Worf has joined the party.
We're doing episodes 3 and 4 here.
I'm sure he would come back because it seemed like he was like, wait, you're letting me go?
Oh yeah, the moment they showed him is like, oh, he's gonna join Boba Fett's side.
Oh,
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, he's like, oh shit, this guy let me go. Like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna come back to this dude.
Oh, so I thought it was really funny when Boba goes into the bar and he's like got the, what is it called? Trandoshan up, and he's like, hold him, and Zach goes, man, I really just want to see someone get dismembered. Like, please just give me dismemberment. And then 30 seconds later.
I'm gonna say they have been talking about Wookiees removing your arms from your sockets since episode 4.
Yeah.
It is in the first movie of ever Star Wars. That is a canonical thing that Wookiees will rip your arms out of their sockets. That's one of my favorite things in Lego Star Wars, the video games. When you are running around with a Wookiee, he will rip the arms off of the little
Off the
stormtroopers
droids.
that you're going. He just pops them right out, and you're like, That's what he should be doing. Thank you very much.
They're allowed to do it in Lego because obviously it's not very
Well, yeah, there's-
gruesome.
Well, yeah, no, which is why it works, and it's quite funny because you're like, oh yeah, you just pop him right off there. They're Lego. He's fine.
Random aside, Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga has a date of April 5th now. You're welcome.
I'm sure that'll get delayed again.
You shut your whore mouth.
I'm gonna buy another Lego game. God damn it! Apparently, this one's supposed to be really
I
neat.
already have it pre-ordered.
I regret
I've had
nothing.
it pre-ordered for 2
Those
years.
games are actually really solid.
They actually are pretty good.
they're-
I'm not gonna lie.
The gameplay is great. The writing was better when they spoke no words and they just did like weird captions and stuff like that.
I think
Well, they didn't
captions
even
just
do captions.
emotional. Yeah.
Yeah, they just did like sometimes they did little emojis things going on too. But yeah, I liked it a lot better when there was no sound going on whatsoever. Now they got all the sound in like the Batman video game, the Lego Batman video games, and while they're good, and I like
At
Will
least they
Arnett
got
as
the
Batman.
original voice cast.
Like I said, while I like Will Arnett as Batman and Zach Galifianakis as the Joker, I've got no problems with it. But it's like, I think y'all were actually trying harder when you were doing the entire Star Wars saga with no words in it and getting every point across still. Though I don't know.
You know that they don't voice those characters in the games, right?
Will
They
Arnett
got the
does.
No, they got the animated series voice cast to do the voice work for the new DC Lego games.
Did they really?
Yeah, so it's Mark Hamill doing Joker.
No, it's
Not
not.
doing Batman. Yeah, it is.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I thought.
Or at least from Lego DC Superheroes 2 onward, or Lego
Huh.
DC, Supervillains.
I did not realize that.
Yeah.
That's even better.
Right?
Oh shoot! I thought it was just the ones they got for the movies.
No,
Huh.
they're not gonna pay Will Arnett for that shit.
Well, I feel like Mark Hamill's got to be more expensive.
Mark Hamill just likes playing the Joker at this point. I'm sure you could be like
I
20
thought-
bucks. I'll do your thing.
And
I
Will Arnett
thought-
also likes playing Batman.
I thought he wasn't doing Joker anymore because it like fucked his throat up.
For a while he said he wasn't gonna do Joker anymore unless they did the Killing Joke, and then they did the Killing Joke, and it was awful. So now he's just trying to redeem himself, I think.
Oh, I see. So Boba Fett.
Yeah, back to the thing we were actually here to.
No, that's his tangent, y'all.
Eh.
It's all tangentially related. We're good. But yes, Boba Fett. I liked his weird little cyberpunk biker dudes.
I don't.
No.
The most Vespas. Come on.
The
Those
most-
things just, oh my god. That's all they were, like little mopeds, and they're driving at like fucking high speed.
I'm telling you, most Vespas. I really thought they were going to be faster than that. There was not a lot of sense of speed going on through that whole sequence there.
They're city mopeds. That's all they are. They're just mopeds.
They're city bikes.
Like the speeder was going faster, and those things were keeping up. I was like, how? How are those things keeping up?
Yeah, like I said, that was definitely one of my issues. They looked cool. I liked like the 1950s. It looked like I was watching American Graffiti.
I think it's just because they were cyberpunk, so they were different. You know?
Oh no! I guess I get it, but I'm like, I like the look of them, but I'm like, yeah, I really figured if you're modding your own body, shouldn't you be able to mod a freaking speeder and make it go faster?
No.
No, you need like 10 different mirrors on there, so you know, or were they lights? I can't remember.
I don't know if they were mirrors or lights. I'm with you on that. I think they were lights.
No, I just have to look it up.
I think they were lights. They might have also been mirrors.
They were something.
But also Stephen Root as the swarmy water peddler. Sorry,
Yeah.
watermonger. Watermonger. I kept expecting him to tell me about the American Dodgeball Association of America tournament.
And he saved my life.
I did like
Lately.
I just really felt bad for the guys carrying the two twin fucking
Oh my god.
huts on the giant leader thing.
Oh yeah, that had to be hell on earth.
I'm like, couldn't they invest in an anti-grav platform of some type? Couldn't they just have like a speeder that they get pushed
They
around
could.
on?
They did that.
Oh, I know it's specifically on purpose just to be an asshole.
Yeah,
But I'm like,
it's just a power play.
It's so fucked.
Because I'm pretty sure that's the thing you see a lot of them on in like the Old Republic and stuff. That they're on little hover things.
They're specifically doing that just to be assholes.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's
And
just
I'm
be
loving
like, hey,
it.
look, We can make all these people carry us.
Yeah, and then they use the rats as little rags.
I don't know why people don't just shoot more Hutts. I'm sorry. Those guys do not seem like they're able to defend themselves whatsoever. You're a giant slut.
Actually, because didn't we have a conversation about this before where like one of the Hutts was like a Jedi or could be a Jedi?
There was a Force-sensitive Hutt.
Yeah.
I don't know how good he is at lightsaber combat, okay?
Yeah, hold on, I gotta...
Yeah, because there was a Hutt that had that was a Jedi, and then there was some other Hutts that were good at what they do, and they could like shoot, and they all had specialties. So like each Hutt was a little bit different in a different way.
I'm still saying, if a girl in a metal bikini can choke you out, you probably need a better bodyguard.
To be fair, the Hutt that was Force-sensitive gets killed by Leia, too.
Oh, really?
Man, Leia just hates some Hutts. Good for her.
Pop the image of that in here real quick.
Fuck the Hutts.
Noise.
Because it's kind of hilarious to see a Hutt, like, throwing around a
In Saber
lightsaber.
Guard.
Yeah.
Okay, I actually do kind of want to see this.
It's in producer's notes.
I'll put it here.
I'm going to look at it here.
Rude.
What the fuck?
That's
Yeah.
kind of terrifying, and I
Little
don't
bit.
like it.
He kind of looks like the Golgothan shit demon from Dogma.
Yeah, he does.
He's more shit than Hutt now.
Oh,
And then, you,
that's
and then you see the blue little Vespa there.
I bet he's riding it.
Oh no, just look.
Those
what I
are
said, I
mirrors.
put it
Those
in.
have to be
Those are
mirrors.
mirrors. Those are
Are they
legit
mirrors?
She has 12 mirrors on that
Why?
freaking thing for no reason.
Like down by your
Why?
knees too. How do you even look at
It
those?
looks like there's 6 on each side, so...
Yeah, there's 12 mirrors on that fucking thing.
Jesus. That is entirely
but
excessive.
it looks cool.
No,
Does
No, it doesn't.
Does it though?
No, it doesn't.
I know it's supposed to look cool, but does it?
It doesn't even look like
really?
a. It doesn't even look like a moped. It looks like one of those scooters you see at Walmart, but it's just souped up.
Oh, it's a rascal. They're all rascals. Oh my god, they are. That's what they are. I actually legitimately think that's what they are.
That would make
I
sense.
wouldn't doubt it.
They're electric rascals that they stole from a Walmart and are on the set now.
And that's
And
why
all
they
four
don't
of them
go
are just in
very
there
fast.
Turbo mode. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, I just want to see her back up and it just does the really long beeping noise the whole time. I like the green one. The green one's kind of cool looking.
That one still has 6 freaking mirrors on that thing too.
Oh, I agree. The don't make any sense. I like the mustache bars on the red one. That guy does some ghost riding the whip through Mos Espa there for sure.
These things are fucking weird.
Super weird.
I don't know.
On the note of the Force-sensitive Hutt being able to do things, it does say in the notes that he specifically used the Force to maintain a muscular form. That is the only reason he could do things.
Was
How
that
much-
he used the Force to maintain muscle mass.
Yes.
He was juicing through the Force.
Yeah.
I mean, that's no different than freaking drama queen Vader.
Just do a quick cycle of Force roids, and you're good to go.
Good to know.
I mean,
I mean, he did.
I guess kind of for Vader. He had robotic limbs, though.
It
He
did
was in
help.
shape before he got thrown.
Well, I was
to
also
lava.
thinking about how every time he's like, my cape will wave where there is no wind. Hello, Patches.
Oh.
I can see through your patch.
It's kind of awesome.
There's a hole
Off
in the
top,
cap.
off
There's a-
topic. At least, well, not off topic, but I mean, with this picture, at least he has a purple lightsaber, so that means that he's not necessarily evil or.
Well, he
You know,
starts as a
good.
Jedi, but he falls to the dark side, and then Leia kills him.
Mm.
And Leia's able to hold back that monstrous strength that he's holding with the Force.
I mean-
He's roid raging in that picture, and she's just like, eh. I'm gonna
I mean,
block
at
that
this
shit.
point, she's fully trained. Like,
Theoretically. So I'm assuming that's just now Legends canon. That can't be.
this is purely Legends canon.
Okay.
'Cause- yeah.
I'm just making
but
sure.
He's like 400. Oh, he was made a Jedi Knight 400 years before the founding of the Galactic Empire.
How old is this motherfucker?
Old.
At least 400.
Him and Yoda are apparently contemporaries.
Hilarious.
I don't know. I don't know. Is it hilarious though?
Speaking of things that definitely aren't hilarious, um, the new Batman movie released their rating.
What are you talking about? That movie looks hilarious. What are you on about?
It looks really bright and airy for sure.
PG-13, which, I mean, I'm not surprised by this, but apparently a bunch of people on the internet lost their minds because they thought we were getting a rated R Batman.
Why?
Yeah.
Why do you need a rated R Batman? His whole thing is he does not kill people.
Because the trailer looked really dark and badassery, and I guess people thought that, like, this was Batman before he, like, was like, oh no, we don't murder people
He was Batman from the...
That's Batman.
That's Batman is the we don't murder people. That's the whole reason he becomes Batman is because we don't murder people.
And then I guess, I don't know, I guess because part people were like, oh, well, you gave us, like, Deadpool, and that was rated R.
Yeah, but that's
and
Deadpool.
I know.
I'm sorry.
And then also, like, we got the rated M Batman Arkham Knight game, so why not make it rated R?
Because it's Batman.
And
as
here's
much as
here's
people
my
might not like
argument.
it be, it's for kids.
Here's my argument to all of that. One, like you said, you know, they want a large audience to go see this, so if you make it rated R, you're gonna cut a huge population. I'm not even gonna say that because a bunch of parents took their kids to see Deadpool, so whatever. But also, the Dark Knight trilogy was like kind of dark, and those were all rated PG-13, so I think it's gonna be okay, guys.
All right.
Yeah, they can still have one F word. They can't have a motherfucker, but they can have a fuck. In
One,
PG-13.
they are allotted one fuck.
I believe 5 shits and a damn. No goddams, but you can't have a damn.
I don't know. It baffles me when I hear people want Batman plus gore because it's like those two things don't go together.
They really don't.
I watched this one guy, Jordan the Stallion, on TikTok, and he
His
just
name inspires confidence.
he just went on this whole rant about how Batman's not a good guy, and it's all he's really a villain because it's all about capitalism. Hear him out. His argument is as follows. So, guy is just looking for work, and the Joker's like, hey man, I just need you to go, like, stand by this car and, you know, just hang out for a little while, and then I'll give you your next instructions. And then Batman comes along, and he fucks this dude up for, like, no reason. Well, I mean, crime. But, like, fucks him up bad enough where he's got to go to the hospital, right? Now, obviously, this guy was in crime because he can't afford things, and this is how he was trying to make some money. You know, you don't know, he may have a family he's trying to take care of. So now he's in the hospital with hospital bills he can't pay, and then it's like a whole cycle. And guess who owns the hospital? Bruce Wayne.
One, the Wayne family doesn't own any hospitals. They just make donations to them. That's why the Wayne name gets put on things. They don't actually own it. Two, this exact same argument has been around for like a decade now. It was at least done beforehand by Dorkly in 2015.
Oh.
And in one of their animated videos, it's a really contrived and stupid argument that I'm kind of tired of hearing. I know it's a TikTok, so it's meant to be funny, but it's like...
Oh, I'm sorry. This is honestly the first time I'd ever heard this argument.
Oh, well, most people, like, and they've done the math, so it's not actually possible, but a lot of people have made the fact that, well, if Bruce Wayne just spent all the money he spent on Batmaning, fixing the city would be great and it would have no crime. And it's like, well, if you base Gotham off of Chicago, which you should because that's what it's based off of, the amount of money it takes to keep that city running, Bruce Wayne would be out of money in 8 months. So
Yeah.
he would not have fixed anything. So actually, Batmaning has actually done more good for it. Not great because the justice system in Gotham's so fucked. The judges and the DAs there are really the terrible ones.
Yeah.
Or else Joker wouldn't keep getting off on the pleas of insanity. Yeah, he might be nuts, but he should have already been killed. I'm sorry. There's a reason that there is corporal punishment out there.
I mean, I'm still going to go see it.
Oh, yeah.
That was the
I'm sorry,
entire
go ahead.
premise of the Curse of the White Knight series. There's like 4 books about that right now, and it is essentially one what if the Joker got cured and kind of started bringing up a lot of the stupid bad faith criticisms people have for Batman.
Okay, I'm actually kind of into that.
It's a really good comic, but it does kind of require you to
Hate on Batman?
accept. Bruce has never been my favorite character in the Batman universe to begin with, but you have to accept that argument that even though you've seen it in mainline Batman comics, that he actually does try to help people with his money.
Oh, he
too.
does, for sure.
Yeah, it kind of ignores that in the comic, at least for the first 5 or 6 issues of the comic. Eventually it comes up like, oh no, he actually is the one that's been funding the repairs for all the damage he does as Batman. It's like a specifically set aside thing, and then Joker uses that against him. It's like, well, why don't you use that to just help the city? It's like, well, he does, just not in this specific comic.
Just because if you stop doing the crime, then I will stop using it for that money to fix the things after your crimes.
Right.
After the crimes. Speaking of crimes, Peter, you went and saw Scream twice, apparently.
Yes.
It seems like
And
a crime
both
against
times there was
humanity.
children in those movie theaters, and there shouldn't have been.
That should be a crime.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I don't know why we're surprised by this, but how was it?
I actually really liked it. A lot of people are complaining about it, but I think they did a great job with it.
Go on.
I don't want to spoil anything.
Spoil it. It's fucking
No, it's a
Scream, man.
murder
That's our-
mystery. Go see
That's
it.
our
bitches.
store.
I mean, like, because I know Nev Campbell, Courtney Cox, like, did they all, like, hold up with good performances? Like,
Oh, yeah, of course. They're
They
good
all-
actors.
how
They
many
all die.
cats?
How many cats were in it?
No, how
I-
many cats
oh,
would you give it?
Oh,
How many cats did you see
well,
in the
I don't
movie?
recall seeing any cats in it. It was pretty low on cats.
Well, automatically, that's a no cats for me.
I would say maybe like a 7. That might change if I go see it again once I've stopped being quite as excited as I am about there being a new Scream movie.
Was it one of those where, like, you went and watched it and you were like, oh, that was really good, and then you went and watched it again, you were like, oh, shit, I missed that the first time? Or...
Yes, there is a lot of background Easter eggs throughout the movie. So I won't say who the killer is, but there's been a lot of complaints about the motives for the killers, and that it's essentially toxic fans. The whole point, the whole reason they're going on a killing spree is they want a new Stab movie to be made, based on more true events. Because the last one, which was directed by Ryan Johnson in universe, and that's hilarious to me.
In universe?
In universe, it was directed by him. Stab 8 was apparently awful and the worst thing that ever could have been made. So they're gonna try and make a new Stab by doing a new set of killings.
By stabbing new people.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fucking hilarious to me that it was Ryan Johnson.
what is this, technically 5?
Yeah, this is Scream 5.
And they are all canonical?
Yes, all of them are canonical.
But if I were to, say, skipped the middle ones and...
The most important ones to being able to make sense of this movie is 1 and 2, and that's it. 3 and 4 can be skipped, and you'd still be fine with this movie.
I'm not gonna go see it, but thank you.
I mean, shit, even 2 you wouldn't necessarily need to get, as long as you knew that Randy Meeks dies.
I don't even remember who that is.
He's the nerdy guy that gives the rules for surviving a horror movie or a slasher film.
Isn't that
Yeah, I
Seth
thought that-
Green?
No, I thought that
No,
was
it's not
David
Seth Green.
Cox.
They just vaguely look like Seth Green.
Oh.
I don't-
It's not Seth Green? I always thought it was
Not
Seth Green.
The only...
Huh.
There are, 4 things I remember about Scream.
Okay.
Nev Campbell, Courtney Cox, David Arquette as, the main focus. Drew
Okay.
Barrymore was in it for 30 seconds to get murdered. Matthew
Yes.
Lillard was the killer. And some girl got trapped trying to get out the garage door through the doggy door, which made me
Kitty
think...
door. It's worse. It was a cat door.
The cat door, which made me have,
Nice.
a fear of cats...
Trying to escape to a cat door?
Yes, and getting crushed by a
I
garage
can't-
door.
So Maddie was a little freaked out by that too when she first saw that movie. It's like, yeah, that's not possible, right? Garage doors have a lot of safety features to avoid shit like that happening.
Not in the 90s!
Yeah, they did.
Yes, in the
Shut
90s.
your whore mouth.
Oh, no, it's Jamie Kennedy.
Yeah,
Sorry, I
That's
was
why
looking
it
at...
that's why he's yelling Jamie all throughout it. That they specifically, when he's saying "Look behind you, Jamie" over and over again. It's while Ghostface is walking behind him. That was the whole point of that.
I didn't realize it. I didn't realize that either. I didn't realize it was Jamie Kennedy. I always thought it was Seth Green. Wow. Yeah, they're about the same person.
Right. I mean, there is some silly, like, Scream has always kind of had a comedic element to it. There is some stuff in this that's a little too fucking goofy for me. It was a little too dumb, but it was still good overall.
Oh, that's why I like the first one, because it does have some of the dumb shit in it. And it's like, yeah, we're making fun of the fact that it's a horror movie too. We're also doing a really good horror movie, but we're gonna make fun of our horror movies the whole time we're doing this.
Well, so the biggest thing, and this one is a bit of a spoiler, but who gives a shit, is that the main character, it's not Sydney this time. Well, she shows up. She doesn't show up until after until the last quarter of the movie. She doesn't live in Westboro. Yeah, she shows up pretty much and is immediately like, I'm going to go kill the murderers. Like, that's my plan. Me and Gail are going to go kill the murderers.
That's kind of what she's done in the other 5 Scream movies.
4.
Yeah.
4, sorry.
So the main girl this time is the illegitimate daughter of Billy Loomis, one of the original killers.
Oh, God.
And unfortunately, throughout it, she's shown to be taking antipsychotics. It's literally how it describes their antipsychotics.
Oh, good.
And if she doesn't take them, she hallucinates Billy Loomis randomly in reflective surfaces.
That's not great either.
No. They de-aged him. He looks fine. He sounds wrong because he's significantly older, but he looks fine.
Oh, yeah.
But it's just, after the first time, it gets progressively sillier every time he shows back up.
Actually, I'm kind of into it. That's the kind of stupid shit.
Right. I really like it. It was a really good movie. Another spoiler: if you're a fan of Dewey, you're gonna be real sad.
Did they finally kill off Dewey? Good.
They did. He
Rude.
goes down.
Well, now I have no reason to go see it. Perfect.
You don't like Gail or Sydney? You only gave a shit about Dewey?
Girl, I wasn't going to go see this movie anyway.
She likes David Arquette.
Why wouldn't you go see Scream 5?
I don't like scary movies. They scare me.
Everyone else should go see Scream 5. It's really good and actually managed to outperform No Way Home for the weekend it released.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Since then, Spider-Man's taken it back. They're performing better now. But
I have a random Spider-Man story to share.
okay,
Sorry.
it's fine.
Tangent time.
Go
So
for it.
apparently, Andrew Garfield being in Spider-Man almost got super spoil wrecked by his like DoorDash deliverer.
Oh, yeah, I heard about this.
So he was right when he got into Georgia, and he was like, "Oh, it's fine because we got to wear masks and social distance. Like, no one will even know." So the guy comes to deliver his tacos and wants to see his ID because the driver claims that there was alcohol, and Andrew Garfield was like, there was no alcohol, and they got in this whole little thing, and finally Andrew Garfield made his friend go show the guy his ID, and the guy posted about it on the internet, and it almost blew the whole thing.
Because he was in Georgia. Yeah. I saw a great interview.
People fucking suck.
Apparently there's renewed interest in an Amazing Spider-Man 3, and all he had to say was, "Where the fuck were you guys in 2014?"
I was there enjoying the Amazing Spider-Man movies despite all the flaws.
There were flaws, yes.
There's a lot of flaws.
But there was a lot of redeeming qualities too.
Yeah, but most of the redeeming qualities were Andrew Garfield, and most of the flaws were everything else.
Yeah, but Andrew Garfield was great.
Tom, did you go see it yet?
Nope.
Boo! So, Disney Plus.
I work for a living.
So do we.
Bitch.
Yeah, I don't have the free time.
So apparently Disney Plus decided that they had a fantastic idea and that they are going to make the Santa Claus into a limited series to come out next December, starring Tim Allen.
Didn't that already get 3 movies that were kind of terrible after the first one?
And now they're doing a series. And the series is all about how his time is coming to an end, and he really just wants to go enjoy his last bit of time being a normal person with his family. So they're in search for the new Santa Claus.
Wait, don't you only get a new Santa Claus when you straight up die and they put on the costume?
No, you also have to
Yes.
give it up.
Oh, you can give it up too? I don't know.
Yeah,
I only
and-
saw the first
I
one.
don't remember that.
In the
the
third one,
beginning-
those
in the
movies
third
fucking
one,
blew.
he gives it up to Jack Frost.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
he
right.
can
Martin
he
Short.
can give it up.
Well, did he undo that then? Because
Yes.
this is okay. Because I was like, this is supposed to be canonical.
Yeah, that
I'm
was
pretty sure Jack Frost was the villain in that.
Yeah, Jack
But-
Frost was the villain. He tricked Tim Allen into giving him the coat, basically, and then he
So-
ruined Christmas.
Oh,
So
great.
I think the only thing that was never answered was that if you're Santa Claus, do you live forever kind of thing? Like, are you granted immortality?
Unless you
know?
like fall off a roof, I think. Yeah,
Yeah,
Or it's
unless
just
you like
a
get
job
killed.
that
I think you're immortal, not
kidnaps all of its
invulnerable.
workers.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You're like immortal, but like, is he like giving it up because his family is getting old and he's like, well, I should probably die now, so I
Oh,
don't.
Well, apparently.
I would love if his son
His-
is like old and wrinkly all throughout the movie, and that's why he wants to be done.
No, his family's been living up at the North Pole with him. And he wants his kids to have like a normal life and he wants to spend
Then don't make all of the kids live with you in the North Pole. They're adults. They can do things.
I'm just telling you what I read, what's
that sounds
happening.
ridiculous.
Charlie was already a fucked up kid anyway. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean he's emotionally disturbed as a kid.
The only
Oh,
thing,
yeah.
there are two things I remember from that movie. Santa Claus falling off the fucking roof, and the
Okay.
guy at the end getting excited because he finally got his weenie whistle. And if you don't know what that is, I can't help you. You're too young.
Because Oscar Mayer Wiener whistle.
It was
She got her mystery date.
for all of you children
Date game,
who don't
yep.
watch our show. It was a hot dog shaped whistle.
that you blew when you wanted an Oscar Mayer Wiener in your mouth.
Whoa, we're
It
gonna
did
get
not
on
give
that
you,
borderline.
Automatically,
Adult stuff.
It was just, it's what happened.
This is,
Well,
this is not
you
a
know.
family-friendly show.
No, not when you're blowing on wieners.
Wieners. Blow on them wieners.
I
Speaking
chuckled
of
every time we did that.
wieners.
Wiener. So, a Weird Al biopic is in the making, with Daniel Radcliffe set to play Weird Al.
I'm down for that.
And it's
Have y'all
produced.
seen the shit he's in since then? It's so fucking good.
It's produced.
Harry
and,
Potter.
it's produced and written by Weird Al too.
Oh, that's
Oh, it's
perfect.
gonna be even better.
Yeah. And the guy that helped him do what is it? YMH? No, YMH. YMF. Weird Al's movie. Have you never seen Weird Al's movie?
I've never seen Weird Al's movie.
Oh my god, it's amazing. You should watch Weird Al's
I
movie.
didn't know he
All
had a
right.
movie, but okay.
If you've never seen Weird Al's movie, it's 100% worth it. Now I can't remember the name of it. YMF, YMH. Give me a second, I'll look it up.
But yeah, no, for real, like you were saying, like
UHF.
he totally
UHF, thank you.
No problem.
Daniel Radcliffe banked so much money from Harry Potter that he just does whatever the fuck he wants now, and it's great.
Oh, he literally, I don't know, what was it, Swiss Army Man? Did you see that shit?
Man, yeah.
No.
Isn't he playing a corpse all throughout that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Nice.
And it's amazing. Horns was pretty damn good too. Yeah, he's been in some weird shit, and I've been completely here for it.
Good for him. So yeah, that's happening. And then I'm going to skip around here for a minute so that we're staying with the entertainment stuff. We finally got the first actual teaser trailer for the Amazon Prime Lord of the Rings, which is being called The Rings of Power. Did anyone watch the trailer? Just me?
Nope.
It's okay.
I didn't know there was a trailer.
It's in the show notes.
Oh, well, I messed
I
up.
still have very, very little faith in Amazon's Lord of the Rings shit. Like, I'm just not excited.
I don't know. Supposedly they're going to be exacting in their attention to detail is the whole point of this.
And it's like takes place like before in the before times.
With some Similarian shit.
If you do go watch it though, really cool thing is that so it basically is like showing you like it looks like the forging of the ring, and apparently that none of that was CGI. Like they actually melted some metal and put it into like a mold to make the
To do the scene.
yeah. So it's really cool looking. I'm excited for it, even if no one else is. Anyway,
I'm cautious. I'm cautious about it. not super
speaking of
optimistic.
things being cautious about, we also got the trailer for Moon Knight. Oscar Isaac, Moon
Yep.
Knight.
Oh, I know Moon Knight. He's just Like,
He's kind of a weird hero.
he's weird.
Yeah.
He's almost Deadpool, but with a conscience.
And
Sorta.
takes himself a little more seriously.
Yeah, he's like Deadpool if he actually gave a shit.
Yeah.
But he definitely had, because his superpower is basically multiple personalities.
Oh, I don't know anything about him, so that's interesting.
You know, his superpower is basically that his multiple personality disorder is so advanced that he actually like becomes the other person and is good at what they do too.
That's
He's
weird.
kind of like Taskmaster in a weird way too, but
To a degree, yeah. I've never been a big fan of him. My brother was for a while, but well, he sucks. So
Your brother or Moon Knight?
my brother.
Ah,
both apparently.
hope he doesn't watch our show.
Well, he's not gonna anymore.
All right.
You know what you did.
I think we can afford that loss.
Yeah, Moon Knight's a weird choice,
Yeah.
but Oscar Isaac will probably do a good job of playing Moon Knight. He's just fucking weird enough.
Yeah, I mean probably. But you're not. It is an odd choice for like the next hero to bring in from Marvel, Moon Knight.
It's an interesting choice. I'm gonna say.
I
feel
don't
like
know,
we
I
could have
was
done
getting-
Fantastic Four first.
I was getting some, if anybody remembers Sailor Moon during the Doomtree arc when the White Knight appeared, I was getting White Knight vibes.
I'm gonna say I have no idea which.
I'm kind of completely at a loss right now.
When he like lost his memory and he was his subconscious was coming as like the Arabian Prince.
No, don't
No?
know. Don't
Okay.
know that.
Well, speaking of
Oh,
others,
is it just the costume design?
yes.
Fair enough.
Also, my best friend sent me a random ass picture, and that's been in my head since this. Hold on, I'm gonna send it to
For y'all
Discord, and then
context
I'll
real
put
quick.
it here. Discord.
Oh my god.
Discord.
What did you put in here, Peter?
The character she was just talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like Moon Knight.
There, and then this. This is the
That he's
other.
wearing all white.
Yeah, that one. And then also, my bestie friend sent me this picture, and this has been in my heads.
Why did you send us a picture we had to download?
Yeah, what did you do here? Because it won't even work when I downloaded
I
it.
sent
Oh
it-
yeah, I can't even see this.
I'm sorry, I sent
Yeah,
it.
it says can't open file.
Oh, fucking Christ, guys. It's not my fault that everything's broken. Hold on.
It is if you broke it.
You know what? Nobody likes your attitude.
That's true.
Reddit, why are you sending me things about Peppa Pig?
Here.
Peppa Pig.
How about now?
All right, little Peppa Pig. Sailor Moon Knight. Okay. Okay. It's
Ridiculous.
okay. Yeah. Okay.
It fits weirdly enough.
No, it definitely does.
So moving from entertainment to the gaming world.
I'm sorry to
Oh,
interrupt.
hey, no, go for
Go
it,
for it.
please.
So I've been listening to y'all talk about Moon Knight, but I've been like looking at the Weird Al thing with Daniel Radcliffe because I was like, oh yeah, and you want to kind of see this and see like their faces. All of a sudden, Daniel Radcliffe is always in Harry Potter, so I'm like reading some of this stuff, and then I just happened to stumble upon a lovely article said there's a secret sex scene in Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
There is. Oh, it's real fucked
Wait,
up.
What?
Yeah.
It-
Well, so it's.
Oh yes. Oh, in the
on the Marauder's
credits.
Path.
In
Yeah.
the credits.
So inside the Marauders map, it basically shows 2 feet in the bottom of one of the corners of the
like a-
building.
Closet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're just and what it
One of
is
the feet
is
like this, and the other
Yeah,
feet are
It's
like
like
this.
the ankles are
two,
like impossible.
2 feet are like this, and the other feet are in between, facing the other way.
Yep.
No, I have heard about that.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, then.
I would have posted it right here so you could kind of have it. It's just a Twitter picture, but oh my god, I was like, are you joking? And then
No.
I'm look at this and go like, no, that looks legit.
Now I have to go watch the Prisoner of Azkaban credits. Apparently.
no, just look
Yeah,
at
I'll
the
send you a
picture. You're
picture.
gonna look
Oh,
at it and be like,
okay.
oh my god.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
The real problem is that somebody like just walked past there too. If you're looking on the map there,
Yeah, that's exactly
Somebody was
what it is.
watching.
Oh, yeah, you walked past.
somebody was watching.
Jesus.
Oh
Hey, I
my
don't know.
god.
Y'all
Quickly
need
decided to
Jesus.
Hey,
bail out.
the only issue with that is that does mean that either Fred and George are the best brothers ever on the planet, or really the worst. Because there was a man named Peter Pettigrew sleeping in the same bed as their little brother for 3 years there, and they didn't say nothing to it. So either they're the most supportive brothers ever, or they really just don't care. They're like, well, I guess he's
Or-
talking to Peter.
Another thing to throw out, maybe they just valued their brother's privacy.
Well, that's what
that
he
doesn't-
said. They're
We're not going to look at
supportive.
Ron.
Like I said, either they're the greatest brothers ever, or they're really shitty.
Right.
You know what's really dumb is that don't they have like names that follow too?
Yeah, so it would have said
It's-
Peter Pettigrew.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, no, oh my god. So I'm looking at the Twitter picture and there's a video of it scrolling and you watch the feet like move.
No.
Yeah.
It's not a thing. There's no way.
I'm dead serious. I'm gonna find it. I gotta come on, let me click it. Okay, I gotta share this
Oh my
copy
God.
video
Oh
address.
my
Yes.
lord.
This has gone down a
Oh
serious
god
rabbit
damn.
hole.
Ugh.
Did you send this now? Oh god.
It's not a lot. It's like a twitch, but it's still like enough to be concerning.
my
there
God.
is. No. Oh no.
This is great. I'm so glad I found this rabbit hole.
No.
Just for shits and giggles.
Okay, apparently somebody also has a blanket that apparently was made from that scene too, and it has the exact same thing on the blanket even. Oh no. That's a tattoo. I thought it was a blanket. That's a tattoo.
That is on
Nice.
somebody's arm.
That's even better. That's even better.
That's a good story though as a tattoo. Someone's like, "Oh, what is that tattoo for?" I'd be like, "Well,
you
you
can't.
didn't know?"
There, can you see? That's somebody's
Yeah.
arm.
Somebody's arm. They chose that.
Right in the cusp of their arm too.
They apparently didn't
I will
choose
say,
that because they hadn't
Bad
noticed.
choice for the feet to walk straight towards it because it looks like it's trying to join in.
Hey, how you guys? No, it's Umbridge going. Hey, 3 feet apart. What are you doing? Social distance.
It's
Oh, I'm glad I went
sexy.
down that rabbit hole. Okay, I'm done.
Are
in it.
you?
Yeah, I'm back in it. Oh, that was good. That was a good rabbit hole.
Somebody
This
was
isn't-
talking to the rabbit hole.
This
I think
isn't
you
even
broke
gonna.
Stephanie a little bit.
I did.
This isn't gonna even top the rabbit hole, but so Sony has come up with a solution for the PS5 shortage. Ask
Yep.
me what it is, Tom.
Sell PS4s.
This is what the solution is.
Yes.
Yes.
They just made a bunch more PS4s so you can at least play some Sony games.
Wait, what? That doesn't make any sense.
They had originally intended on stopping production of PS4 in 2020 or 2021.
2020.
But because the components for PS5s are so hard to get, which is why they're not coming out as quickly, and then they're really hard to get. Sony's decided, okay, well, we still want you to play our games and everything, so they've just decided to continue to produce PS4s. Now, this is actually not anything different than what Xbox is currently doing, because Xbox has basically done the same thing, just for some reason there hasn't been any press on it.
But
Yeah,
isn't
'cause
like
nobody wants an Xbox apparently.
But I mean, isn't the Xbox X and the Xbox One like all pretty much the same, just a little bit upgraded graphic cards and stuff in it?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, so wouldn't the PS5, because the PS5, the way they do it,
PS5 was like a legitimate system upgrade.
yeah,
The
it was a
Xbox Series
complete
X.
different game system. So then PS5 games would only play on PS5. So if they're just saying, oh, well, we'll just produce an X4, and then they're telling all the game developers, like, hey, like, you gotta develop it for PS4. Sorry, guys.
Well, they're not telling the game developers they have to do anything. They're just trying to keep consumers in the PlayStation family.
Well, I would not be surprised at all to learn that Sony was like, no, you need to release these games on the PS4. No one has PS4.
Oh, yeah. No one has PS5. And the few people that do aren't going to see any benefit from this. They're not going to be able to play with their friends. They're not going to be doing anything. So
Fuck 'em.
The few
Rude.
people that have
I agree.
PS5s, we're both on that list.
Yep. Fuck y'all.
I love you, Tom.
Oh, I don't care about it. I have a PS4. I have the God of War edition thing.
Me too.
You know, I like
Good
those
one.
ones. Those were good. It's a good console.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Xbox, some shit went down while I was being ill. Apparently, Microsoft was like, "Hey, you know what? We're gonna buy Activision Blizzard for basically $69 billion."
Nice.
Yeah, when you said that, you said 69 million. I was like, man, they fucking tanked down the hole there.
You're like, they got a deal on that.
I
Like, they
meant
got a
me.
deal.
So here's because I have feelings. I have lots of feelings. So when the whole thing came out with like the Activision suits and the Blizzard suits and like all the bullshit going down in that company, Phil motherfucking Spencer came out and was like, "Oh, we're gonna have to like reevaluate our relationship with Activision
He most likely
Blizzard."
did that to drop the price.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
And so yeah, and then they turn around and they all like buy it, and it's like, okay, so shit is going down now. Like I'm concerned about your intentions because one of two things is going to happen. Either one, they're going to go in, they're going to clean up the bullshit, and they're going to make a safe and healthy workplace for the people that are currently working at Activision and Blizzard,
The more likely one.
and everything's going to be fine.
Yeah.
Or B, they're just going to kind of sweep it under the rug and then couple that by being like, well, you know what? All these games are now Xbox exclusive, which is going to fuck consumers.
Money. It's going to be money.
Yeah, it's not smart to do them as Xbox exclusives just because they cut out half their stuff on that,
Because-
at least on those.
Yeah.
The
That's
reason
just money.
Like Call of Duty, that would hurt Halo sales.
here's why I'm leaning towards the latter.
I will
Yeah.
say,
Little
I
flies.
think the more likely thing that it's going to happen with Activision
Hang on,
Blizzard.
I was making a point.
Okay.
Um,
Well, you died, so we just moved on.
I was unalived.
This isn't TikTok.
So the reason that I'm leaning towards the second, fuck.
Stop dying. I kind of want to
You
hear
gave
what
me
your
your
thoughts are.
sickness. So when they bought Bethesda, Phil Spencer came out and said a very similar thing that was like, oh, we're anything that's currently out or in development for multi-platform, we're not going to touch. Everything's going to be fine. We want everyone to be inclusive. And everyone was like, oh, thank God, Elder Scrolls 6, that means multi-platform. And
Elder
then,
Scrolls 6 wasn't in development or contractually obligated to do so. Sorry to cut you out, but that is the reason that that's the case. They were following what was still set in the contracts.
I'm aware.
Okay.
But so everyone got really excited, and then they came out and they were like, "Oh no, it's literally just stuff that is currently in development and currently out that is going to remain how it's supposed to be. Anything after that is going to be exclusive," which makes me think they're going to follow the same path because the wording of what he said with this announcement and his is almost identical to that. Like, it literally, he took that press conference briefing for the Bethesda acquisition and just changed the words Bethesda to Activision Blizzard.
Again, it is most likely going to be the case that they're going to move a lot of things to exclusivity. I would say it was probably a bad idea to do that with like Call of Duty. I don't think that would go over very well with them also having Halo. I think that would hurt them quite a bit.
I mean, you could already play Halo on your Xbox anyway, so it doesn't
Right.
really hurt them that much.
And
In the fact that they would be competing with themselves even more than
they're
they
already bringing all of the Call of Duties and everything to Game Pass. They already
Yeah.
said they're doing that.
Oh, of course. If they can, why wouldn't they?
So yeah, they're going to
But-
try and get everybody to buy an Xbox. They want play. And
That
nobody can
is
get a
the goal.
PlayStation right now, and you can play all these games for free on Xbox.
Yeah, but the acquisition isn't supposed to be finalized till 2023. So
Well, what are you going to do?
Even
just-
then, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Well,
No, go
so
ahead.
they offered to basically they're like, we're gonna buy you. Yeah, we won't officially own you until 2023, but you're gonna let us put your games on Game Pass. and anything that's not currently in production, those are going to now be exclusive to Xbox.
I just think it sucks for consumers. Like, it just fucks consumers in the butt.
Yeah, that's how game exclusivity works. It's not great.
Like, it was fine. It was fine when it was like, okay, like each, you know, you've got your Halo and your Forza and your Gears of War, cool, and PlayStation has, you know, God of War and The Last of Us and Uncharted, and that's cool. But like now you're literally dividing it up so badly that if you want to play all of the games, you have to have all of the things.
Well, that's why everybody got rid of cable, and now everybody is pissed off at their streaming services because there's 47,000 different streaming services now that you need to have to watch everything.
Yeah, but we mathed it out, and it's still cheaper for us to do that than have cable.
Well, yeah, I didn't say it wasn't, but I'm just saying that's the reason people. This is what always happens: is they find a little bit of money, and then they go, "Ooh, what if we take that to its illogical conclusion and go to the most extreme version of that? That we can definitely make all the money in the world." And then everybody goes, "No, we're not going to do that." And they go, "Well, I guess we got to figure out a different way to make money."
I did see, or I did watch like an interesting podcast that was talking about how, you know, is Sony going to do anything about this? Like, what's going to be their response? And someone had a very interesting argument of maybe Sony's just not going to give a fuck, and they're going to kind of just be like Nintendo, and, you know, Nintendo is its own thing. They do what they want. You know, they've got plenty of third-party support, and they've got all kinds of games on there, but at the end of the day, like, Nintendo is Nintendo, and they don't give a fuck what anyone else is doing. So it's kind of, maybe Sony's going to kind of go in that direction too. So instead of it being like every year, you know, this war, like Xbox versus PlayStation, maybe it's just going to not even matter anymore.
I think that would most likely be the case, considering Sony's pretty much won the console war the last couple generations.
Well, yeah, their consoles are better. That's why Microsoft is having to buy all the games.
Yeah,
so you have
your
to buy an
console works
Xbox.
better, but you can't play any fucking games on it.
Shame about all those games, bro.
All right.
I also think it's really funny because on the last episode we actually recorded, we kind of had a very similar conversation, and I was saying, you know, oh, that's crazy. Like, you're never going to see a big company like that get bought up. And then a week later, Microsoft's like, hey. Well, I mean, obviously this had been in the works for a while, but you see my point.
Yeah. The comment about reevaluating the relationship was most likely just for them to drop the price of buying Activision.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, they wanted people to think, oh, Microsoft's not even going to support them anymore or do any of their stuff. Oh no, yeah, so it drops down on their shares are way cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So there is still a good chance that they're going to get rid of Bobby Kotick and that they will do reforms. They're just not allowed to make any sort of official statement until they actually own the company.
Yeah.
Oh, they're probably going to clean house, honestly. I feel.
I hope they do.
At least for the upper management.
Oh, yeah. Well, because they're going to put all their own people in.
Exactly. Get rid of that fucking fool.
Please.
He might just resign.
From what an
Hopefully
interview came out recently where he's been like the main person responsible for most of the Blizzard game delays, because he just keeps making teams run around to do random shit instead of focusing on the games they're on.
People are dumb.
Like Overwatch 2 has
Tom's
been delayed
face.
3 or 4 times.
Tom's like, yeah, the thing that I hate, fuck him.
Yeah.
It's that guy. It's that guy, Tom. You found him.
Very much, it's not the delay that is acceptable where it's like this game just needs more work or we just didn't realize how long it was going to take to make the system work. It is just, hey, I want you to go do something else for me instead of working on the thing that I originally signed you to do.
Did it involve touching wiener? I bet it involved touching his wiener.
I don't think so.
We can neither confirm nor deny any rumors.
The interview
sexual
didn't say
allegations.
anything about that. It would just be like, oh, hey, I know you've been like hired on to work on Overwatch, and that's the only thing we're supposed to be doing. But I really need extra people patching World of Warcraft because a bunch of people quit for some sort of harassment claim. So can you go over there and work on that?
Some sort.
I'm not sure what's going on there. I've heard about it.
Stuff's happening.
It's been very cursory. I've heard it in the background. I'm not sure exactly what's going on there.
We had a lot of employees that were very unruly leave, so you know.
They had a riot. They walked out. They tried
We
to
let
burn the
them
place
go.
down for no reason. For no reason. I'm not sure what it is.
I don't even know what happened. I can't imagine.
I'm not sure why they would do this. We've done nothing but just take care of them. Bring them in
Yeah,
like
we
we
have
want them to be family. Like that.
We have the best reviews.
Step cousin.
Oh my my god.
We talking no shit now? I think we talking no shit.
Well, that is the same reason that a lot of their like remakes that have come out have been kind of piss poor too. Is that this fucker keeps moving the teams around? World of Warcraft 3 is one of the most infamous remakes
Didn't they just
in
delay?
the last like decade. Warcraft 3? Yeah, people fucking
Well,
shit
didn't
on that.
they just delay Diablo something or another too?
Diablo 4 most likely. For probably the same reasons. Because they just released the Diablo 2 remaster, and guess what? It fucking sucks. It's not very well made.
Oh, that might have been the one I guess it came out. I thought they delayed it again. My bad.
No, they're working on a Diablo 4 as well as a Diablo mobile game.
No, I was thinking about the Diablo 2 because I knew it was like really close to, but I didn't realize that it
Well,
had
that
come
released
out.
like a year ago.
Yeah, I thought they delayed it. I don't know. I don't play Diablo. I'm sorry, I didn't pay attention.
It's not a big deal. The game's not good.
Well, that brings us to a segment we call Extra Bits.
Oh, does it?
Insert the thing here.
Look at my bit.
Wait. You good? You guys want to see my bits?
Zach's gonna show us his bits first.
All right, let me get my bits out.
Let me see.
Jesus, what's wrong with us?
I don't know. I've never participated in this shit.
Lies.
Because you're stingy with your bits.
He never lets us see his bits. It's crap.
They're for Maddie only.
He just talks about his bits. We never get to see him.
We'll never get to see the bits.
Oh, no, he's leaving. He put the paper up.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, my bit this week is, I think the last episode we talked about NFTs a little bit.
Oh, the worst thing in the world? Yeah.
Yeah. So, in what might be the dumbest move I've ever fucking heard of in my entire life, a crypto, conglomerate. I don't know. It's like a group of guys that are all together in a crypto currency scheme. They bought the NFT to one of the original, it's actually from what was supposed to be the original Dune movie. The treatment basically of it, the guy's author, and he did his whole treatment of the basically the screenplay. It's as a book, and they bought that for almost $3 million.
Jeez.
When it was appraised to be worth $30,000. And do you know the reason why they spent $3 million on it?
Oh, do tell.
Because they believed that would give them the right to the copyright, and that they would be able to make any of their own properties based on that book. Because it's not actually Frank Herbert's Dune; it's Jodorowsky's Dune, technically. But no, they bought a book for $3 million. That is, and in their defense, it is actually worth quite a bit, but it's not worth $3 million. Because they thought, we'll be able to do a limited series based on this, and we'll be able to make our own NFTs based on pictures from this.
And how'd that go for them?
The people who actually own the book are like, no, but we own the copyright. You can have the book, but
you got
we
the book
own
all you
the
want.
copyright. You have no rights to this, and we will sue the shit out of you if you try and do any of this. Thank you, and have a great day.
So just let them make the movie and then just sue them for all the profit.
Yeah, so they wasted $3 million. So
That's
just
fantastic.
effing hilarious. So even the NFT bros don't know how NFTs work. So nobody knows how they work. I don't know why we do it. It doesn't make any sense.
Folding Ideas actually did about a 2-hour-long explanation of NFTs. It perfectly explains all of the problems with them. It's a long movie, but it's worth going through if you're at all curious.
It also makes no sense.
Yeah.
There was a great one. Apparently, I think it was Jimmy Fallon. He was sitting there talking with Paris Hilton about printing out NFTs and how cool it would be able to do to print out your NFTs, like pictures. People are stupid, and I don't get it.
Really fucking dumb.
I love it. Anyway, that's my bit. People are spending dumb money on dumb things, and I don't know.
Well, this is going to go right perfectly with yours. So, I bring you your weekly dose of Disney. So, as part
Can we call
of...
it that anymore? We missed a week.
Oh, don't worry. I've doubled up. Tripled up.
Oh,
I got
okay.
you.
Of course.
We're
So you're
starting-
going to overdose us. Got it.
Overdose on
here's
Disney.
your weekly overdose of Disney.
Ooh, there we
So
go.
I start off with telling you about the Figment popcorn bucket. this is a bucket that has been brought out as part of the 50th anniversary, and also because they're kind of talking about doing away with the Figment's Journey into Imagination, which is one of my favorite rides. But whatever. So these limited edition popcorn buckets, people went fucking nuts. And not only did they stand in a line that went all the way out the park and stood in line for 6 hours, but we're talking about a popcorn bucket that retailed at $25, and these people were turning around and flipping them on eBay for $500 to $5,000.
People are dumb.
There were some people that were flipping them right there in the park for a couple hundred. For a popcorn bucket?
And you like Disney.
I do, but I'm not spending freaking bunch of shit on fuck. I mean, you can't even get them anymore. They've actually been taken off the menu because they're done. They're not making any more. It's done with that. Which means if anyone has one and goes to sell it on eBay, it's probably going to be stupid and ridiculous, and you shouldn't buy it. Don't encourage these people. Don't do it. Bad.
But it's a Disney bucket.
Stop yelling at me.
Sorry.
It's a Disney bucket. It's a collector's item.
Next, I have Encanto came out, and apparently that "We Don't Talk About Bruno" song has taken off, super popular. So one of the YouTube influencer families, I don't know, whatever the heck you want to call them, they did a spoof of that song, but it's called "We Don't Talk About COVID," and it's hilarious.
I'll believe that.
It's really funny because, I mean, they're, sitting there, part of it is saying how it's oh, well, we're supposed to wear masks, but if you're vaccinated, you don't have to, and no one knows what's going on, and we just don't talk about it. That's funny. Anyway, next.
I've seen it. I didn't think it was that funny.
The video is funny.
No, I mean, I've seen it. I didn't care for it.
You know what, Peter? Whatever. No one likes your attitude. So next, I would like to talk.
Here. How have y'all not fired me yet?
Wait, we're getting paid for this?
People would support us on Patreon. God.
I haven't done a Patreon plug in a hot minute.
I do one at the end of every video. Where have you been?
No, a good one.
A good one.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll just say, what's a good Patreon plug, Peter? Go ahead. Plug. No,
I'm
you brought it up.
specifically talking about our scripted ones.
I put one at the end of every video.
You know what? I don't watch our channel, so.
Damn.
Wow.
Cold.
Wow.
Cold.
Okay, so my last bit is it's called Diss Talk, and it's basically about these piece of shit TikTokers who their whole thing to get views is they basically go up to Disney employees, especially face characters, and they try and get them to say things they shouldn't. There was one where someone asked her, she was like, "Oh, what do you think about insert controversial topic?" And she's like, I can't talk about that. And it's why are you trying to get these people fired? This one actually made me really, really angry because it's they're going off this whole thing about, oh, Disney is horrible because they don't let their employees talk out of, and it's no, actually, any company, if you work for that company and you say some bullshit thing on social media or say something you shouldn't, you could lose your job. So it's why are you trying to make these people lose their job because you think it's fucking funny, you fucking piece of shit.
Ooh, so much anger.
Oh, it made me really angry, just especially because I am a victim of this myself. I got in trouble for some dumb thing that I said that was supposed to be a private conversation, but someone decided to blast out where it shouldn't have been, and it got, so it's I get why this is not cool, and if you're one of the piece of shit people that think this is cool, I hope you get hit by a bus.
Wow.
Peter, you're up.
On a lighter note,
Show us your bits, Peter.
Go get hit by a bus.
as they always are, mine's
A
going to be
Disney
relatively
bus.
short. In tribute to Richard Donner, who directed the first Superman movie in 1978, and then did the director's cut of Superman 2 in 2006, they've released a comic that takes place in that continuity based around just his stories in general, called Superman 78.
Okay.
Thomas?
It's short, straightforward, done. No one's angry.
I'm always angry.
All right, Bruce.
Thomas?
Oh, mine are just YouTube videos, like always. I mean, that's usually what I try to go for. But I don't know if anybody knows of Charlie, who's like the YouTube star for, I guess he goes by the username of like Penguin Zero or something like that. But he does like moist ratings. So he goes, "This is moist," and he has like this very baritone voice. It's very deep, and he just talks like in tangents.
Just as
And so,
moist.
my videos are pretty much just people making fun of his stereotype, and then just having multiple versions of him talk to each other. It's quite good. And then I have one extra video of a guy walking past a cop. He's literally on the street walking past a cop with a seatbelt on his shoulder, and as he sees the cop, he goes, "Oh," and then hooks it to a little belt that's on him, and then he kind of like walks by like, and you can see the cop like, "God damn it!" Like just like fucking Jesus.
That's
So,
quite funny.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. I
Those
am
are my
pleased.
bits.
You've pleased me with your bits.
Jesus.
Ow.
You don't have to say it like that.
I'm sorry.
Well done.
Apparently you have very pleasing bits, Tom.
I
Thanks.
meant to all of
That's
you,
it.
all
Show's
three of
canceled.
you.
We all failed.
Okay,
You
that
all
sounds
said
worse.
better.
It's
I like how
better.
I like how she has a shovel in her hands and she's trying to dig her way out of this.
She's got like two. She's going both hands on
Oh,
this one.
no, there's
Oh, I bet she's going both.
there's no digging out. It's all digging in. And with that, come back next week. We'll have a new 8-Bit Cat show. Don't forget to like and subscribe on the YouTubes. And like we
On the
mentioned,
podcast platform of your choice.
Patreon. Go support us on Patreon. That's how we make the monies. You can also go check us out on Facebook and Instagram. And until next time, geek out, be fabulous, and have fun!
Don't get hit by a bus.
Don't.
Or
Just
do
don't
if that's
do
what you're into.
it. Hey, no judgment.
That's kind of like a thing.
Do you ever just want to listen to the 8-Bit Cat Show on the go? You? Well, now you can! The 8-Bit Cat Show is available on all your favorite podcasting apps, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Audible. And Patreon, too!